Welcome to the Oprah Winfrey Show. Our very special guest has just pulled into the building with a greeting of screaming people, introducing the President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Hi everybody, thanks for having me on the show.
Take a seat. It's good to be here. I want to know so much about you, and so does the audience. So let's get started. What difficulties did you face when you were a child?
Well, I was struggling with my identity when I was growing up, because my father was African and my mom was white. I was going to a school that was all white, and I just couldn't find a place to fit in. At that time, segregation was slowly increasing.
Wow, I remember those days. When did you start getting interested in politics?
When I was in Occidental College in Los Angeles, I was always interested in conflicting emotion. I also became a great poet.
You did poetry?
Yes, I did actually. I also published a few in college.
Now this is getting juicy. You became a really good basketball player in high school. Tell me about that.
Well, interesting you should ask. Obviously, I'm really tall, so I had a natural and impressive jump shot. In fact, people nicknamed me Barry Obama. I would spend some of my time shooting layups and working on my jump shot. Ballin'!
All right, Mr. Ballin'. You want to go to the Olympics? Tell me about your job as a Chicago community organizer.
Well, I enjoyed helping laid-off workers find new jobs. I remember my mother trying to find new jobs. I was a child at that time, but all the time I wished that I can do something about it.
Wow, your mother really inspired you. Tell me, how was your experience at Harvard Law?
Well, Harvard was when I started getting interested in law. I continued being a poet at Harvard Law School. Many of my poems were published in the school newspapers. Harvard was really challenging, and I successfully made the honors list.
Harvard is such a prestigious school. It must have been hard to get accepted, especially in those times. After you graduated from Harvard, what were your plans?
Well, after I graduated, I could have been whatever I wanted, but I pursued my dreams to being a lawyer. So I went back to Chicago to practice civil rights law.
That must have really affected your life.
Yes, it did. Actually, if I hadn't attended that course, I wouldn't be sitting in this couch right now.
You also became a teacher teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School. Tell me about that.
I wasn't interested in a college career as a professor, but I enjoyed the concentration of the students about law. They reminded me of how I used to be.
Young and in college, aren't I right, Barack?
Yes, you are, Oprah.
You became a senator of Illinois in 2004. What motivated you to take on such a challenging position?
Well, when I was a professor, I thought to myself, what if I can help people who can't afford the teaching and people who are losing their jobs? I worked tirelessly to convince every voter that I am the man for the job.
Well, as you promised, you delivered. Good night, as we say at the Oprah Winfrey Show. Tune in tomorrow when we give Michelle Obama our interview, and hear it for our President of the United States, Barack Obama.
It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
And good night.